Hello, my friends. This is Trisha with the Institute of Spirit, back again with another pick a card reading. How exciting is this? So I have chosen today to do a pick a card reading, which is a little unique, and it is connecting with your past life relationships and a relationship that is important to you right now. You have had past lifetimes with this soul, same soul. So I want you to think about that person currently in your life that you are looking to find out what their past life messages are for you and the significance of your relationship. This is card number 1, Metamorphosis with the Imperfect Quartz. This is pile number 2 with the Unexpected Visitors and the Amethyst. And this is pile number 3 with the Selenite and Spirit of Place. And we'll find out what your person's past life message is for you. How exciting is this? This is new. I'm really looking forward to this. As always, my links are down below, and the timestamps will also be found down below or in the comments. I'm sending you all lots of love. Remember to like and subscribe if you like this content, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. This is Trisha coming at you with your past life message, what your person wants to communicate with you, and details about the past life that is significant for you in this lifetime with your person. What is coming forward, Spirit, for pile number 1? As always, we start off with that's all reversed, so I gotta flip it right back over. So, what is the message here for pile number 1, the past life message for their person? And as always, we're starting off with the Riderwaite Tarot. So we have the Hierophant, the King of Wands, the Hermit, and the 9 of Cups in reverse. So this is telling me that there was a spiritual lifetime between the two of you. And it feels like there was a leadership position that you held with this person. And it feels like a king and his spiritual pope, advisor, and he's looking at this spiritual leader and asking for advice. It feels medieval, where it could have been in England. It almost feels English. And so this is involved. The King of England is involved, I feel, in this relationship in some manner. Now, I don't know if you were the king in that lifetime, or if your person was the king in that lifetime, or if your person was a noble. I feel like there is a trifecta going on here where there might be 3 people involved and you all knew each other. Now, if you have thought about another person, perhaps this person is coming through, or perhaps the story includes 3 individuals. What I feel mostly is that there's an unhappy connection within these 3 relationships. It reminds me a lot of King Henry VIII. That's the vibe I'm getting. And the thoughts that are coming to my head remind me of King Henry VIII. And we'll see more about what this message is trying to reveal to you and what your person is trying to reveal to you in regards to your relationship and how it's bleeding through today. This is victory by any means necessary right here. So there's a strategy that is coming into view for me. Don't know all of the details, but there is a war strategy that is being put together in that lifetime. And it's talking about not being able to trust who your friends and who your enemies are. It's talking about winning at all costs. So this king is expressing to his spiritual advisors, I want to win this war at all costs. I want you to put me in favor with God, with the highest of highs. And I want you to make it happen to where I get the win. So this is an oracle, I feel, as well. It could be a noble, but I feel more that this is an oracle that was consulted, and then this was a spiritual advisor in the Catholic Church. You could have connections with Henry VIII in changing the whole religious path for England at this time. You could have been an influencer of this, or your person could have been an influencer of this. Both of you, I feel, had a part in this energy. It could also be a king of England that was way before Henry VIII. I am seeing more than one king coming through. We have here the King of Swords. This person has a sharp tongue and they can be very hot-headed. And in this lifetime, your person may exhibit a lot of those qualities, especially when he doesn't get his way or her way. It is because they're used to being in control, and they are used to wanting everybody else to do their bidding and expecting that everybody else do their bidding without questioning it, without complaints. And he's got the ultimate power and the authority, and the spiritual advisor is saying, no, you do not. God does. So there's already a disagreement here. It feels like this could be a dynamic that's playing out in your life right now that is familial, meaning it's in the family dynamic where one person is used to having all of the control and winning by any means necessary. And this person could be extremely toxic and hurtful. Or it could be in the workplace, where I feel that this individual is used to having this power and control. And when they do have that power and control, they gloat in it. And they expect you as their, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to necessarily say minion, but that's how they view you, as someone who's beneath them. But clearly you're not. You have an authority that's bigger than this. Your own inner authority, and you are aware of that. 100% aware of that. So this relationship seems really strained and difficult. What is the spiritual lesson that our friends need to learn here in regards to this toxic person? So what Spirit really wants to convey is that this is a karmic lesson. And the karma being that you could have been this king or queen in that lifetime and displayed that behavior. And now your person is displaying that behavior for you as a way of balancing. It could also mean that in this lifetime, whenever you meet this energy, you don't want to fall for it and react to it in a way that you have done so in the past that leaves you really unhappy and feeling hurt. Okay? Understanding that this person's higher self is coming through and letting us know, letting you know that it is not personal. It's their upbringing. It is their karmic nature. And they will have to feel what it feels like to be in your shoes once this lifetime is over, or even before then. When we have contracts with people like this, usually they are our greatest friends because they teach us how to be strong. They teach us how to stand up for ourselves and our truth. And they teach us that we are worthy. The reason that is how it works, even though it doesn't seem like it, and it seems counterintuitive, is that it makes you uncomfortable. And when it makes you uncomfortable, angry, unhappy, and hurt, you search for better. And you grow beyond it, and you learn ways of becoming the best version of yourself because it triggers that memory of this lifetime within your soul. And it says, oh, yes, I've dealt with this energy before. And yes, I remember why I'm here. And yes, I know what my mission is with this person and how I need to figure out a way to stand up for myself. Now I want to bring in some more messages. Your greatest gift here is that you will become a version of yourself that is stronger than you could ever imagine. Ever imagine. What is their higher self saying to you also? Although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. And there's that puzzle piece that is coming together. So I feel that you are very close to putting the pieces together. I also feel like this person has taught you a lot about strategy. And now it is time to break that chain. Dealing with narcissistic people. Dealing with people who are power hungry, toxic, and controlling. This jumped right out. The earth is our school. 100%. Where if we can take the opportunity to learn from this and drop the taking it personal, this is definitely taking it personal. How this energy plays out is taking it personal at the end. When all is said and done, there's someone who's hurt here. And I don't think it's the narcissistic person. Oops. And I am with the rest of the family. So this, I feel it could be a family member or someone close to the family. But in that lifetime, they might have been part of your family. They may have also been a teacher in that lifetime as well. Even if the king dynamic does not fit in well. But I'm getting heavy England, heavy England. I'm also getting these big stories. Wow, that's really cool. So this also has connections with Scotland and perhaps, gosh, I'm trying to remember some of the English history that I have learned in the last few years about Henry VIII. Mary, the Queen of Scots, is coming to mind. Also, who was that movie Braveheart? What's his name? Help me out in the comments, guys. movie Braveheart. What's that movie about? Freedom, of course, I know, but who is the main character? Bruce? And then his connections with the King of England. I'm getting a lot of those stories and those timelines that intersect there as well. This has to do with control and wanting ultimate control, to feel powerful, to feel like they matter, to feel like they make a difference. And of course, they are not ultimately making the difference that they want to make because they're trying to impose their agenda on you. Healing family issues, codependency. Yes, this is an addiction to them, the rage, the wanting to control and manipulate other people. And this also could be carried, this past lifetime could be carried in your DNA, which is also amazing to me because not only has many of you experienced a direct soul incarnation into that lifetime, you carry also that in your DNA, which means that your ancestors before you, before them, have DNA that they share with the King of England, one of them, King of the British Isles. I'm feeling the Scottish Isles, the Irish Isles, and the UK in general, which is absolutely amazing. And I find DNA in past lives extremely fascinating because we have things that we carry in our DNA from past lifetimes that we may or may not have experienced as a direct incarnation, but we carry in our genetics. So many of us are working on letting go and releasing a lot of that. This person has a lot of red flags. You may or may not be aware of them. I feel like you are aware of plenty of them, and it is time to walk away. They are addicted to their rage and their control issues and their power-hungry ways. Talking about forgiving and learning. To release yourself. Release yourself from this karmic cycle by forgiving and forgetting and learning how to stand up for yourself when you meet this energy ever again in this lifetime and moving forward into future lifetimes. You are doing important work, and this person in your life that is giving you such difficulty and challenges is stimulating this within you right now, your very soul, and you are doing extremely important work for your future, for your children's future, because again, it's carried in our DNA. And if we can take that moment and significantly change not only our future, but the future of our progeny, it is extremely powerful to know that that is in our hands and our responsibility to help bring light into this planet, to bring healing into this planet, and for the future of our children and their children and their children and their children and their children. And it goes on and on and on in an endless cycle of eternity. So this moment in time is extremely impactful, extremely. And I just want you to know that you are a brave and courageous, loving soul, a healer who has chosen to do this very important work for the benefit of yourself, your soul, your children, and the planet as a whole. And I applaud you 100%. Now, to reinforce a lot of what I'm picking up, I'm going to pull some of these past life cards from Brian Weiss. And again, I will put these down below. And Doreen Virtue, they created a past life deck. This will also stimulate more of my clairvoyancy to help you understand some of the finer details, but also validate this past life message. The arts, Egypt, leaving or travel, and galactic. This is speaking absolutely about how this was planned long time ago, that it continues, that the universe expands eternally, and that it's bigger than you or I. This relationship is extremely significant no matter how difficult it is. And I'm holding you in my good thoughts that you bring healing into your life regarding this person and leaving any hurt and pain behind. Leaving or traveling. I don't feel that that is literal. I feel that Spirit is asking you to leave behind all of the past, unwork that DNA with DNA work on past lives. I'm not 100% familiar with it, but that is what Spirit is telling me to tell you. I do believe that there are people out there who can undo DNA trauma and that we carry in our genetics. They call it psychic surgery, I think. Something to that extent. Then we've got Egypt. It's talking about perhaps a lifetime that began in Egypt. It's also right here. This is where the idea of the patriarchy began and leadership within the patriarchy, Egypt. This is where it changed from the maternal leadership, the matriarchy, to the patriarchy. So this is ancient. This is ancient DNA. This is also an ancient lifetime. The most prominent one I saw was in medieval England. But there's definitely a connection with the kings of Egypt as well. Kings and queens of Egypt, where they kept it all in the family, so you could have also been a family member of someone important, a noble in royalty. And the arts. I feel that music, Egyptian music, might be something that you could connect with. I also feel that in this lifetime, music could be extremely important as well to you in settling your soul. You could be a musician as well, and it's because it stems from your past lifetimes. My quietness is just trying to receive more and more information about what's going on here in this. Now, which planets and astrological signs are important to note in this reading with their past life person? Pisces. The number 2. And that is, I believe that is the north node of the moon. North or south node of the moon. The moon, I feel, is a planet that could be extremely important to you, lunar calendars and the like, and understanding the moon's role in our planet and its spiritual message for you. I'm also receiving that long time ago, before Egypt, before it's talking about Atlantean, before Atlantean even. We were created, our souls were created, and we're playing out the story. And you came to Earth to experience all of it, including the very negative, and moving into healing. And that is exactly what Pisces stands for. It's going down deep into the depths, almost the depths of our subconscious hell, and extracting it and releasing it and giving it up to a higher power and healing that and ushering in the light. These symbols are very important to you and your soul. The number 2 may be very important to you and your soul's path. This could be your life path number. This could be 2 lifetimes ago, or that there were 2 people that you asked for, or 2 people involved in this story. This could also come to healing within 2 months to 2 years, I feel. And I'm getting the angel number 222, which also talks about self-love and self-healing, self-care. And I believe that you are following that journey right now. And there are a lot of energies out there who do not know what love is, that do not know how to express and receive pure, true love. And you are learning that now because you are one of the lucky ones. You are one of the lucky ones. And I, again, applaud you. And I'm sending you so much love and light as we go on this journey, all of us together, and carrying and releasing our past life baggage. And believe me, your life is going to change once you release all of this past life trauma and genetic material. And if you would like a personal reading with me, I do past life readings, and you can find that also down below in the links in the description box, as well as my website and other social media links. I'm sending you lots of love and many blessings. Until next time, take care. Hello, pile number 2. This is Trisha. And I'm here to give you your message from your person in regards to your past life relationship and how that is influencing your relationship right now. So I just want to thank you for being here. I was filming earlier and it cut out on me. So we're going to try this one more time. I'm going to start with the Riderwaite Tarot and discovering what this person's past life message is for you and the significance of your relationship in this lifetime and how it's bleeding through, what you need to know about it. Yeah, so right now we're going to start with the Riderwaite Tarot. King of Wands, the Chariot, in reverse. We've got the 4 of Cups, and we've got the 5 of Wands. So this is talking about, I feel, a relationship that is closed off, where they're unemotionally available. And they're feeling a little stuck. They're feeling a little stuck. There was a lot of gossip and competition happening in this past lifetime that is in connection with leadership, who is, you could have been a noble in this lifetime, this past lifetime. And there was a lot of gossip and competition and the hitting of sticks, basically, in order to knock you out or your family member out of their position. I feel like this king or the other nobles have stripped you or your family member in that lifetime as of their title, of their significant title of royalty or in nobleness. I feel more like nobility. And this is coming through because a lot of people in this lifetime may be doing the exact same thing. And there's a lot of gossip, there's a lot of he said, she said, and there's a lot of unrealistic expectations is what I just heard put on your person, and they are feeling the effects of it. They're feeling stuck, they're feeling like they can't move forward and that they don't want to trust anyone else. This person is feeling very betrayed, and it's triggering a lot of past life stuff between you both, between them and what's going on in their lives. And these often will occur in our lifetimes because we need to finally learn the true lesson here. And that is that love is the only thing that matters, and that forgiveness and healing is the only thing that matters. Let's get some more detail of what's going on here. A lot of these are in reverse. My goodness, I keep looking at the cards. Okay, I gotta flip upside down. That was intentional. That's just how readings come out. That is how we use our intuition. So I'm gonna go with it. There is miscommunication. There is a lot of fighting and arguments that are happening within the family or within the workplace right now that have stemmed from past life energy, believe it or not. And this person is not wanting to deal with confrontation. It scares them, and it's from this past lifetime. It is 100% from this lifetime, because what I had seen in my vision prior to doing this redo reading was a man getting drug out of his home, and he's dressed in very nice garments, which tells me he was very important. He was either a noble or part of royalty. He's being drug out, and he's getting put into a cage trailer, and the horses are taking him away. And I see the females in the family very distraught and watching this happen, and they were stripped of their title, they were stripped of their financial security, and the females were blasphemed. So they either had to find a new place to reside, meaning out of the country, or with other family members, but they were never treated with respect. And the male actually lost his life because he stood up. He stood up to the king. He stood up to what the institution, so to speak, and spoke up about what was right and what was wrong. And there were certain people who did not like that, including the king, and they were going to utilize their power and their strength and their military might and their money to pretty much influence all of those around them using fear, manipulation, and control. And this was a method of controlling those who spoke out against the institution, who spoke out against the king and his ideas. So that's more information that I'm receiving there. This is talking about the need to start over. The need to start over. And I feel that the females had to start over with the children. And they made a meager living for themselves. I feel like the female got remarried. I am sorry, please forgive me. So this person's soul wants to say, I am sorry, please forgive me. This message is coming from this person's higher self that you asked about. And in this lifetime, they may have not treated you with the respect that you have deserved. And they are coming from a lower place in the third dimension. And they don't quite understand why they do the things that they do. I feel very strongly that this is someone coming in and telling me how they had passed. They were struck in the head, something to where I'm feeling a lot of pressure between my eyes. They're sorry they let you down. I was only doing what I thought was right, is what I'm hearing, and it's not your fault. So when you two met in this lifetime, it triggered a lot of these feelings. It triggered a lot of these fears. And they walked away because in that lifetime, when you two met, their soul ended up having to deal with trauma, or yours, both of you, I should say, had to deal with trauma. And it scared them. It terrified them. I always give you a good night kiss. And this could have been a romantic connection that you felt because they feel like family, like you could have been married to them in this lifetime. You felt like you could marry them in this lifetime as well. So there is energy of being family and being together long term. But for one of you or both of you, you had to walk away because of the emotional triggers that were so strong, the fear that was so strong because the last time you met it didn't turn out so well. You meant to heal this in this lifetime. And this is talking about going in separate directions because there are certain things that you both need to meet and in a specific time, and you're following your internal compass. They still love you, is what I'm feeling. They still love you. They still have emotion for you. But their fears got the best of them. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, true love. Yeah. You both may have felt that you were each other's true love in this lifetime, but it triggered way too much. Finances and career, yeah. Financial issues are a factor in your love life because of this lifetime. When you two came together, financial insecurity occurred, death occurred. There was a lot of mistrust surrounding the relationship because of gossip, because there were people who had power that could strip you of your title, could strip you of everything. And there was a lot of pain and struggle, especially financially. So one or both of you walked away. But you still love each other. You still love each other very much. And let's see what the past lifetime cards say. Unexpected visitors. That explains exactly what I was seeing in my vision. But you also might suddenly get a knock on your door, and there's someone from the past, and reconciliation can occur. Healing unrequited love. That's what I feel with that in reverse. Angels, ask your angels for help. Native American lifetime. And baby. This could also, I'm also seeing a story unfold in my mind that not only was it feeling like it had to do with royalty and the dynamics within kingship, but I'm also seeing that there was a lifetime, a Native American lifetime that you and this person had together. And I feel like you both had a child together. This lifetime actually brought in a lot of healing into your relationship, your soul relationship with one another, your karmic relationship with one another. But I do feel that because there was some betrayal in that lifetime as well, with outsiders coming in and breaking you two apart. I don't know if it was for long. Spirit, can you tell me if it was for long? Oftentimes these themes will replay over and over and over again until it's 100% healed. And I'm not sure I'm feeling like there was a separation, a permanent separation in this lifetime too. Okay. So you both have experienced losing each other and having a family lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. In this lifetime, you have the opportunity to make it right. You have the opportunity to put aside the ego and the fear and work out a lot of your fears as partners, teammates, and calling upon your angels and your guides to help you release and let go of the abandonment issues, the fear of financial security, the fear of being left alone. That's fear of abandonment. Fear of, what's the other fear? It's just the same fears. Spirit. Mostly fears of financial insecurity and being left out in the cold. These are being triggered within your union. And if you both can work these out together, understand that that is where it's being triggered, that it doesn't have to replay in this lifetime. And because of this past life trauma, you have replayed this scenario over and over again. So I believe when you two separated this lifetime, it was very traumatic for the both of you. Not just one person was left devastated. It was traumatic for both of you. And I just want to bring in a lot of healing for you so that you can reconcile with this person and heal this, whether it's friendly, or if you can rekindle the romance. Let's see, what symbols are important to you and your person? Astrological signs: Cancer, Mars, and the number 4. So 4 is significant in this relationship. It could be in 4 months, in the month of April, that these things come into healing. It could also be your life path number is a 4. And I usually get an angel number with these numbers, and I got 444. That's usually talking about transformation. It's talking about letting go and releasing what no longer works for you so that you can bring in a better life. You can, excuse the word again, transform your life into one that is healing, powerful, and all around different than what you're used to. And what you're used to is the past life trauma, and it was triggered by multiple lifetimes of you both experiencing unrequited love, not because you didn't have feelings for each other, but because something else came in and separated the two of you without compassion at all. And it was very traumatic. So I encourage you to do some deep soul inner work with past life regression or regressionist, and releasing and allowing and letting go of any of this trauma tied to abandonment issues in your significant other or the person that you asked about. I'm sending you lots of love and many blessings. And if you would like a reading with me, you can schedule that down below by following my website, going to the link that brings you to my website and booking a reading. I do 30-minute readings, and we can work on healing some of this and allowing it to release and let go. What else was I gonna do on my spiel? Y'all, I don't remember. I just want to give you lots and lots of love. And until next time, take care. Hello, pile 3. And this is your message from your person, your past life message from your person. What significance your relationship has on your current relationship now. What lifetime is coming through most strongly for pile number 3. And their person's message to them. You got the 2 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and the Devil. Oh, this person is conflicted as hell. And they are closed off and they are worried. So in this lifetime, they may be feeling a lot of the same. They may be going through some addiction issues, codependency issues, infidelity issues. And this person, I feel, was in the past lifetime was involved in either the dark arts, or they felt like they were controlled by the dark forces in that lifetime. And they did not have any emotion whatsoever. They would be very anxious. They were anxious, but they did not have feelings like you and me had feelings in that lifetime. they're closed off, and they're constantly thinking about the grass being greener on the other side. This could bleed through in your relationship, but in that relationship then, it was not a healthy relationship. It was very toxic, and one that was loveless. And this lifetime could bring in some healing to that. You may have been the mother of their children, but they were overburdened with their codependency. They were overburdened with just not feeling like it was safe to open up. It was not safe, is what I'm hearing frequently. It just wasn't safe. They were taken over by a force, a dark force, that didn't have your best interest at heart, nor did it have theirs. They were just used as a pawn for the dark agenda, which brings to me this. It feels like, for most of you, it's alcohol and drugs. And that this could be a child of yours who could be dealing with alcohol and drugs. And it's draining your money. You want healing for them, and they just won't open up to it right now. So, in this lifetime, they have a lot of karma that they're dealing with from the past lifetime, where they made some really bad decisions and they were not a good person. And when they came into this lifetime, and you being the parent, I feel like many of you are a parent of this individual, or a wife of this individual, or a significant other if you are not a female. Or you could be a father. It's a parental figure or a significant other, or you have children with this person. This person struggles a lot, and there is healing for them. They may be contemplating what it would be like to be free of this situation, of the addiction, of the toxic relationships with just negativity, bad, icky stuff. It is overloading them. This is feeling disappointed that all is lost, that nothing is going to work out, nothing is going to come to fruit. And so there's a lot of despair and discouragement felt in this whole reading. This is the only thing that gives me hope here. I mean, the Empress, yes, your love, you might worry about them, but your love for them is not going to change their mind. They have to do this for themselves. Let's see what other messages their higher self wants to say to you. They have a heavy history in their past lives as well of using drugs and alcohol. And in this lifetime, I feel like it is no different. They need healing. And if they have abstained from the drugs and alcohol, their addictive behaviors and thought patterns are not healed. They are stuck. They're stuck in that mental anguish. And we have to be strong enough, looking outward, looking into their life. We have to be strong enough in ourselves and trusting in a higher power that if it's meant for them to get it, they will. But it's super hard when you care about that person and you know they deserve and can have a better life. I get it. Oh my God. This is hard to see right now. I'm so sorry that this message is such a difficult one, my friends. So many of you might be dealing with someone right now who is troubled, and you're wondering what their past life messages might be and your relationship with them might be. Although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. It is beautiful where I am. I see all of your thoughts, and I had to leave that way. So basically, this person may have already passed from this disease that they've had, or they just found themselves involved in bad situations and negative situations, and they were murdered, or they committed suicide, whatever it was, whatever that has happened in this. It's not a warm, fuzzy feeling, but what I can say is that there is hope. There's absolute hope here. With this card being an archangel card and it being the reconciliation healing card, bringing balance back into the relationship and into themselves, I feel like that path is available. That path is available to them, whether they're getting healing on the other side or what. Can I just receive one more message from these cards? This person, if they're still in the 3D, if they're still in their body, I do want to say that they've left. They're out of your energy right now because they weren't strong enough, and they have to do this themselves. That's what I'm hearing, is that they're very self-willed and stubborn. They really want to figure it out on their own, and that's how they portray themselves in that past lifetime as well. I don't want to offend anyone, but in the previous lifetimes, it's kind of set them up to have a difficult lifetime this lifetime, but it was exponentially better. You have given them an exponentially better lifetime than they had previously, and so forth. And we're all evolving and growing in a upward projection, most of us. And I feel like this person is. And soon enough, if they are still alive, they could have the opportunity come to their doorstep, where they can, yeah, I am not dead. So what I feel is that this person is around you in spirit, and if in the 3D, their soul really wants you to know they're still alive. If you've worried about them succumbing to the drugs and alcohol, if that is the case, I do feel like there's some reconciliation in the works here though too, right? Because we got the reconciliation card. And I don't think that this is the last time you have seen this person, and that healing is coming. Healing can be on its way. If they are on the other side, they are healing right now. And they just want to let you know that they love you very, very much. And I do have a mediumship pick a card. You can just go down to my description and locate the link to some of my other videos and pick a card, and hopefully you'll get a message from your person. New love, romantic feelings, free yourself, and stay optimistic about your love life. So basically, this person had to leave because they wanted to experience things. My goodness, I'm sorry about the camera there. They wanted to experience things and be free. Soon they will find out that their freedom led them to certain places, and they'll be back. Certain places that were not good. They felt like they were in a cage a lot of their life, whether that was literal, figurative. I don't feel that many of you are talking about a literal cage, but this is how they felt, and they needed to escape. They have feelings they want to express. Feelings of wanting to find out what else is out there and have new experiences in their life. If this person knew what was good for them, they would be good to themselves and not drink and use. But I see a lot of them are very stubborn. Very. They just feel tied. Feel tied to things that aren't good for them. Even though you may have provided safety, you may have provided a lot of things for them, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. I just get this stubborn, rebellious spirit, and they just want to do as they please, have no consequences to anyone. And they're in their defiant energy right now because they feel trapped. That's all I can say. And they're trapped by their own thoughts. They're trapped by their, this could either mean that there was a break in the relationship, or, your friends or family members. This is interesting to me. This one pops out the most. I'm getting more messages from this than the others here. And this one is talking about how they were persecuted for their beliefs. And the reason that freedom is so important to this individual is that they were held captive in previous lifetimes for the spiritual things that they did. This kind of goes back to this again. My goodness, these are dark messages right now. Sorry, pile 3. This is what's coming out. I have to go with what the cards are saying. This is where they want to be free of this karma, and they're trying to escape it and run away from it. They don't want to feel their feelings. It's here is they want to feel feelings, but they don't want to feel their feelings at the same time. This person is very conflicted. I'm just hearing it's good when it's good, and it's not when it's not. And I don't want to feel the not so good feelings. So they escape it. This is also a lifetime where they were executed. This is what I feel like, more like an execution style rather than it being a night. It could be that they had a lifetime as a knight fighting for a king. But this one is speaking to me as execution. This individual was executed. Oh boy. This is taking a turn. Okay, guys. It's coming into clearer focus for me, and I'm piecing all of this together. Whether or not y'all believe in a dark underbelly of our world, this person's soul was caught in that loop for a very long time and is bleeding into this lifetime, and where they're susceptible to using drugs and alcohol. This person may have been drugged and victimized by dark energy. So I'm seeing a lot of icky things that's happening in this past lifetime that cause a lot of pain and hurt. And in this lifetime, the best thing that you can do as my viewer is just pray for peace and trust in a higher power of love and light, that this individual that you are speaking about will be released from this dark circle. Whether that is literal and they're involved in something very negative, or just the alcohol and the drugs, but there is a cycle. There is a destructive cycle that is happening, and it's coming through many, many, many lifetimes, and this person's challenge is to break that cycle. And it has affected you in your relationship because I feel that you have a desire to save this person from themselves. And unfortunately, we cannot. We have to allow the people that we care about in our lives to make their own decisions. And sometimes, we know what's best for them, and they just do the exact opposite because they're very self-willed. And because they have a certain path to follow. And this person's path is one of pain, and he or she could say no to it at any moment if they should choose. And right now I just don't feel like they're ready to do so. They may be contemplating it, but they're not taking the plunge because they're really tied to some negative energy. So as my viewer, I ask that we pray for this individual, that they find love and light and happiness and peace and good health. And release that to a higher power, knowing that if it's in the cards for them, so to speak, they will transform their lives. They will heal. This one's a tough one, guys. But I'm here for you. I can be a prayer warrior for you and say prayers for you at night before I go to sleep for this individual or individuals. If y'all hit me up and just let me know, please pray for so-and-so, my nephew, my husband, my wife. Right now they just need divine intervention. And I love you all so very much. I'm sending you lots of blessings. And if you need more clarity on this and healing, please schedule a reading with me down below in the description box. It'll take you to my website where you can book my reading. A reading with me. And let's see. Anything else, Spirit? Oh yeah, I forgot these. I almost forgot these, y'all. I've been giving them for the other readings. I can't leave you guys out. Hello. One is significant in this relationship. Your life path could be a one as well. Then we've got Mercury. This is talking about communication. And Cancer. So here again we have Cancer, which is enforcing the mother. So I feel like I am speaking to a mother. You may all not be moms to this person, but I feel like there's a definite female mother energy here that is really wanting to find out what the relationship is between their child and how it's coming through. Oh boy. Sometimes Spirit gives me really difficult messages to pass on. And this one is one of those. I want to make sure it's okay for everybody, but I cannot. And so I have to deal with some of that myself, knowing that my hands are tied. I'm just the messenger here. And giving it to my higher power to take care of this message and make sure that it gets to the right hands and the right ears. And that you know you're taken care of, as well as this person that you've inquired about and their relationship with you and their plan forward and what's influencing them now from their past. I'm sending you lots of love. Until next time, take care.